Well, the karts now making their way onto the grid for what is the final heat of the day. Heat number 9 before we go into the finals. And it will be Mark Mason on pole position for this one, alongside Summers. I'll spot him there with the gold bib and the black helmet on the front row of the grid. Then we have John Lang and Danny Henney, desperate for a good result in this one. He was 4th in his earlier heat, but starting 4th for this one, provided we get no black flags in this one, should be a very competitive result for him. Adam McDonald and Kirk Bull start on row 3 ahead of Rob Andrews and Matthew Cox. Alex Van Gien taking up his final heat of the day from 9th ahead of Harvey Bradley Holm. Craig Bull in 11th, so once again we've got the 2 Bull twins in this one. Chris Catman Turner in 12th alongside Kyle Power, keep an eye out for them. Robin Kassan was very quick in his last heat, watch out for him from 14th. Tim Ellis there in 15th. Russell Summerfield, so both of the Summers are in this one. And Matt Trumpets lines up at the back of the grid. So this is a bumper missed Apex field here with Catman, Kyle and Trumpets and Van Gien as well. 4 to keep an eye out for, and a couple of our iRacing stars as well, as the marshal heads towards the front of the field. Points towards the lighting gantry, and we'll be underway for the final heat of the day. There is the green flag. Mark Mason giving a little nudge there just to try and will the kart along, but it looks like Summers may well have picked up the lead. No, Mark Mason slams the door shut, and it's Danny Henney who is getting through into 3rd place already there with the red overalls and the Top Gun Maverick helmets there in 3rd place. He'll be trying to get through on Summers pretty sharpish. Victory surely is the goal for Henney in this one, and already trying to get up alongside Summers there for 2nd place. Oh, and contact there with Summers. Henney all over the grass as they came out of Schumacher's, and he's lost ground there. He's lost 1 place. He might lose a 2nd as they go into Rossi. No, just the 1 place loss. So back down to where he started, but that's just not what he needed at all. Mark Mason it is who leads then from the number 19 car that's had a very rapid first lap, taking advantage there of the contact between Summers and Henney, and Summers out a little wide there on the exit of that final hairpin, and that's an easy move for Henney to go through into 3rd place. So back where he was half a lap ago, but certainly an eventful opening lap there for Danny Henney. Alex Van Gien has made great progress just behind them as well, with Kyle Power starting to come through the field as well, but it is Mark Mason who leads, and it's Kirk Bull it was who got up into 2nd place there. El Toro, it will say on the timing screen, his nickname. El Toro getting a podium in the last race as well, in heat number 8. Look how close it is for the lead now between Mark Mason with the white helmet and Kirk Bull there in 2nd place. Danny Henney waiting in the wings there to try and pounce as well. Nothing doing through Degner, but as they go through Luna's once again, Bull not with a fantastic run through there, and that could be an opportunity for Henney to get up the inside. He certainly thought about it, but Bull was also thinking about a move for the lead, and it is absolutely nose to tail between the top through as they go through Schumacher's, and Henney pouncing up the inside for Holm, but Bull is wise to that move and is able to hold back the double missed Apex iRacing champion. Bull getting very bullish now as Mason has to go defensive into this hairpin, and a little tap there between the top 2, but Bull goes through, and Mason trying to get it back on the exit. Contact again. Henny gets a 2nd bit of contact there, not necessarily his fault though. Yellow flags now being waved, so there's going to be nothing happening down at Degner, just as Van Gien was starting to close up on them as well. There is the green flag from the marshal, so Bull leads, and as just a slight little margin there over Mark Mason. Well, now it's over Danny Henney because he's pounced up the inside into the hairpin. Has Mason got enough on the exit to get him back? Henney will have the line into the bank, and there may be nothing Mason can do about it. Yes, Henney is able to secure that 2nd place now, and he's got his sights set on Kirk Bull in front of him to try and get into the lead and secure his 1st victory of the day.
Did you just say Kirk Bull's winning?
I did.
That's my, yeah, I know Kirk. He shouldn't be winning a race, though. Good effort.
Well, he seems to be doing a very good job at the moment, but he has got Danny Henny bearing down on him. This could be the lead for Danny Henny. Henny with a great run. Is that yellow flag still waving down at Lunas? I believe it is, yes, because the green flag's being waved on the exit, so there was nothing Henny could do, but he's been very quick into this hairpin. He's looking up the inside. Henny gets down the inside at Holmes and takes the lead.
Kirk Bull always does well at these events, has a little bit of pace, but Henny's experience there is he's going to school him every single time. Has Kirk got one last lunge down into the hairpin? Because I think if he doesn't, which he doesn't, Henny's going to get away and disappear.
Yes, absolutely, and I think Danny Henny may finally now be getting a break in this event. Obviously the black flag in the first heat and was having to come through the field in the second heat, has had contact in this one as well. It's certainly been an eventful day for Danny Henny, but he now finally finds himself in the lead of a race and potentially on course for that A-class final.
So I'm interested here to see if Kirk Bull can hold that second position. Is that Mason up behind him? Which Mason is it?
It is Mark Mason in third place there with the white helmet.
That's my favourite Mason. I picked one earlier in the day. I said, yeah, that's my one. This will be interesting to see. I think this might be more evenly matched, whether Kirk can be defensive. He was quite naive when he let Danny Henny through there. It's quite an easy pass for Danny, but he's got to be looking behind him now and seeing where Mason's going to make the move. And he's definitely got a couple of tenths on him at the moment.
Not the best of exits out of that final hairpin there. It seemed like Mason was really making up ground in those final few corners. Just the hairpins working out a little bit better there for Mark Mason. And nothing doing as they go through Lunas.
I think the battle for second place here could be looking at the Shoemaker hairpins. Is that what they're called? Because it does look like Mason's got a significantly better run, but he's a little bit too far back here. But, oh, he's gone too fast in there as Kirk, and you saw that bouncing on his left wheel. That doesn't help with your pace. And now Mason is on top of him, and they're going to probably close the gap a little bit through the banked corner. It's not going to be close enough for the hairpin, I don't think, on this occasion.
Absolutely, and just behind them, Robin Kassar making great progress as well, as is Alex Van Gien. So those two coming up through the field. Great pace, but between that top two. Now, Bull got a much better exit out of that hairpin that time. And seems to be able to have gapped Mason just a little bit.
Well, that's a real turn up for the books. It's a great performance. I think he does tend to overdrive, is my observation, as we saw here up on two wheels into Shoemakers. But if he can keep it smooth, I think he's got the pace for second place.
I think he was third in the last one.
Oh, was he? Oh, no, I didn't say. Is he going to be in the A final?
He might well be.
Oh, right. Well, I missed that. I've been concentrating on my own races.
I don't blame you, but it's been cracking performance from both the Bull twins. It must be said they've done a really great job.
Now Van Gien's building up a little bit of a train here because he doesn't seem to be able to get away from Ellis and Power.
Yes, so this is just a recreation of the iRacing series here in real life. Power down the inside on Ellis. A little bit of a barge there. A hand up.
Don't act
from
all
Power.
Innocent, Kyle Power. You knew exactly what you were doing.
He's saying sorry, but he's not letting him back through. Well, Ellis has got a run here down the straight, but he's not exactly letting him back through after being quite so apologetic. But Ellis might well force the issue down into Degna. Trying to get up the inside, but Power closes the door, and that's given Van Gien just the breathing room he needs. It's still side by side between Power and Ellis, and I believe it's Ellis who's been able to reclaim the position into Lunas. That was very brave indeed.
Now, they are two pretty polite racers, Ellis and Power, so they will try race as fairly as possible. But all that fighting is letting Van Gien get away. Power's close enough here. He's close enough to have a lunge. No, not quite. I oversold it. That's why you're the lead commentator.
Well, this lot have all made their way past Summers, who was doing a fantastic job in fourth place for most of the race, but sort of dropped back a little bit behind these guys now. But there is the checkered flag.
Wow.
That is the heats done. Danny Henny takes his first victory of the day. Kirk Bull there in second place.
Absolutely amazing result for Bull to hold off Mason so confidently as well, and it was on pace rather than just creating a roadblock. Very, very good. And Van Gien there did enough to stay clear, to stay ahead of Power.